Have you ever wondered, how secure is my network? Not just one firewall, not just antivirus, but the entire system, from switches and ports to protocols and unknown files. How confident are you that a threat can't slip past your defenses? If you're unsure, you're not alone. Modern networks are complex, and attackers are constantly evolving. That's why understanding and deploying core network protection tools is so critical. Welcome to Bluehat's Cybersec Academy. Let's start with firewalls. These are often called the gatekeepers of your network. They monitor all traffic coming in and out, letting legitimate connections pass while blocking anything suspicious. To make firewalls truly effective, you need to pick the right type for your environment, whether network level, application level, or next generation. Enforce rules carefully with a default deny policy, update firmware regularly, and always log and monitor traffic through a central dashboard or SIEM system. Here's a real-world example. A mid-sized company noticed repeated failed VPN logins through its next-generation firewall. By acting immediately, they prevented a brute force attack from succeeding. Firewalls set the perimeter, but internal security matters just as much. Inside your network, switches handle the flow of data. But if they're misconfigured or unused ports are left open, attackers can move laterally and access sensitive systems. To secure your switches, disable any unused ports, enable port security to limit the number of devices per port, segment your network using VLANs, and monitor traffic for unusual activity. One corporate lab implemented VLAN segmentation and port security, and when a rogue device tried accessing the financial network, it was contained immediately, stopping a lateral attack before it could spread. Now let's talk about security protocols, which define how devices communicate. Using insecure or legacy protocols can leave your data exposed. Focus on HTTPS and TLS for web traffic, SSH for remote device management, IPSec for encrypted VPN tunnels, and SNMPv3 for secure monitoring. And always disable legacy protocols like Telnet or FTP that send credentials in plain text. Wherever possible, enforce multi-factor authentication. For example, a logistics company switched from Telnet to SSH for device management, blocking credential sniffing attacks and preventing a serious breach. Another essential tool is sandboxing. Sandboxing allows unknown or suspicious files to run in an isolated environment so that malware can't spread. To implement this, set up a virtual sandbox, route untrusted files or email attachments there automatically, observe their behavior, and decide whether to approve or block them. Many organizations integrate sandboxing with email gateways. One financial firm stopped malware before it reached user inboxes by analyzing attachments in a sandbox first. Of course, understanding common network threats is crucial for designing effective defenses. Phishing and social engineering require staff training, email filtering, and anti-phishing tools. Malware and ransomware rely on firewalls, endpoint protection, and sandboxing. DDoS attacks are mitigated through traffic monitoring, rate limiting, and cloud-based services. Insider threats require strict access control, least privilege policies, and logging. Preventing these threats means auditing all devices on your network, segmenting critical systems from general access networks, updating firmware and security patches regularly, monitoring traffic for anomalies, and educating users to recognize phishing and suspicious activity. But here's the key. No single tool can keep your network fully safe. Firewalls, secure switches, protocols, and sandboxing work best when layered together. Firewalls block threats at the perimeter, secure switches prevent lateral movement, protocols encrypt communication, sandboxes isolate unknown threats, and monitoring detects anomalies. Think of your network like a fortress. Each layer strengthens the defense, and together, they create a resilient, secure environment. Before we wrap up, here's a challenge for you. How would you configure port security to stop unauthorized devices? Which security protocols are essential for remote workers? How could sandboxing enhance malware defense in your organization? And what steps would you take to detect insider threats? Drop your answers in the comments. Also, tell us, what topics should we cover next? Firewall walkthroughs, threat hunting labs, endpoint security strategies. Thanks for watching Bluehat's Cybersec Academy. If this video added value to your day, give it a like, share it with someone who could benefit, and subscribe for more practical networking and cybersecurity content. Drop a comment. We'd love to hear how you're applying these tools in your own environment. See you next time. Stay curious, stay secure, and keep building networks that actually work.